everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Cousins' Redskins going up against Ryan's Falcons. With that, let's send you to Atlanta now, where Brandon Dodden and Charles Davis are on the call.
Thank you very much, Larry. You are looking live at the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Redskins and the Atlanta Falcons. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out with one back and three tight ends. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tamme.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tamme shows better athleticism than what people expect.
The tight end changing his position. On second down, here's Ryan. Finding time. He'll rifle this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And here's the Redskins.
Dante Whitner not only orchestrates a secondary, he puts a big hit on anyone who comes in his area.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. The play clock's running down. They snap it at one. Now Ryan. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. third down, Ryan. He's got time. Look at the time. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it fourth down. So a field goal try here on fourth down as the Falcons called on Matt Bryant. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out.
I know coaches always tell us that they make decisions about these types of plays, this type of a fake, earlier in the week to take the emotion out of the deal. I don't know that that was really true here. This one felt like all of a sudden, hey, I have a feeling like, let's go ahead and get it, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, I know one thing. They wish they had it back.
Yeah, they certainly do, but the buck stops with the head coach on that one. He has to green light that attempt.
This offense, here are the starters. It features a very speedy wide receiver, a Duke Blue Devil, Jamison Crowder.
Exactly right, and we're not talking about hoops. We're talking about a slot receiver who knows how to run all the routes so well and really is crafty beyond his years.
Again, a run with Thompson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Coming off that fumble recovery last time, so maybe they come out here with bigger eyes, a little bit more excitement.
No doubt about it. And I would hate to be a guy in the NFL nowadays that has the football in his hands. Because in the old days, you just worried about getting tackled. Now, they're trying to strip the football, create the takeaways, and that's often more embarrassing than getting knocked to the ground.
Have they gotten much better since your playing days at stripping the football?
So
now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do. Enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They run it here with Thompson, and he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
for Cousins. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 4th down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And this one is right down Broadway. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's Coleman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And for Coleman, if you combine the rushing and receiving yards, close to 1,000 last year. He had 8 touchdowns as well, and was just really a great 1-2 combo with Devontae Freeman. An outstanding one, and just think, if he's on just about any other NFL team, he's probably the lead running back. And Devontae Freeman gets the bulk of the carries. But Coleman, when he does get his hands on the football, he really produces in a big way, speaking of the numbers you just gave. 3rd down now following the run. They will run again with Coleman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Fresh set of downs here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. This is Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Redskins scoop it. And he cuts it out left sideline. Room ahead. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on. Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
Coleman now. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Cullen Jenkins that time in on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And it's complete to Jacob Tamme. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync.
And that's caught inside the 35. They'll get 32 yards there. And that leads to an Atlanta first down.
Now that play will end up on the highlights and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, Those guys made that play possible.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They go play action here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Cousins now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted them. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the two different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the second straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Falcons are going to get a first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And some room to work. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 47 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
that is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Second down, Cousins. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And that one results in 35 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. They'll run with Thompson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. 4th down, Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I think they might have surprised him there, partner, because you try and guard the first down line first and foremost to stop them there. And they just went ahead and bypassed that in a big way and took a big shot downfield.
Cousins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Cousins. He finds his target. It's Crowder. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Cousins now on 2nd down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson from 6 yards away. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy, and that'll bring up second down.
I can hear the sigh of relief all the way up here. A dangerous throw, backed up in their own territory and throwing an out route, and it got jumped, and they were fortunate it was only batted down and not intercepted.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Connects with Sanu right side.
And Brandon, I think Mohamed Sanu had a nice career while he was in Cincinnati, but he really elevated 2016 in Atlanta. The most catches for himself in a single season.
59 of them, 4 touchdowns. Really a nice compliment to Julio Jones, and he was a nice compliment in Cincinnati. I don't want to say he's not a number 1 receiver, but he plays that number 2 slot well, doesn't he?
He does, and I think it's because of his versatility. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. They can use him as a wildcat quarterback. He has thrown passes in the NFL. In fact, going back to his days at Rutgers, I think he threw 18 passes while he was at Rutgers, so you never know what you're going to get when Mohamed Sanu has his hands on the football.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here we go. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Thompson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. On
the ground, it's Thompson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Cousins. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Cousins. He's got time in the pocket, and it is incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Time running out here on the play clock. Now it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. He finds Coleman. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Coleman. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. This guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Freeman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. 21. Switch. 280. Hey, let's go. He's crashing. He's checking out.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 6 yards away. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Hooked off by Robert Alford. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they're going to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Now a handoff as they run left side. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
So out now come the Redskins. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
There we go. Check it out. Got it. 25. Hey, let's go. Gun. Let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get 1 more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they will take a knee here. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. And Charles, I think...